My beloved child, do not let the whispers of the world tell you that your value has faded with time. I see you. I see the lines upon your face, not as signs of loss or wear, but as marks of wisdom, endurance, and a life that has walked through both storms and sunlight. I was there in your beginning, and I am here now in what the world calls your later years. But to me, there is no lesser season. You are still precious to me, just as you are. You may no longer wake up with the same strength or energy you once had. The body, though beautifully crafted, does change. But hear me clearly. My love for you is not based on your ability to do, to move, or to perform. My love is not measured by productivity or usefulness. You are not less because you are older. You are not invisible to me. In fact, your age makes you more valuable. You carry stories that many do not. You have survived griefs, disappointments, joys, and celebrations. You have seen generations rise. You have known the pain of letting go and the miracle of holding on. This wisdom is rare and sacred. The world may look past you, but I never will. I am the Ancient of Days, and I honor those who walk long paths with me. Some days you may feel forgotten, by family, by friends, even by your own body. You may wonder, is anyone still listening when I speak? My answer to you is this: I am. I always have been. Your voice still matters. Your words still carry power. Do not let silence trick you into thinking I am absent. Even in the quiet rooms where the TV hums louder than conversation, I sit beside you. Let me remind you of something holy, something the world rarely celebrates. Growing older is not a curse. It is not a slow fading away. It is a sacred invitation to draw closer to me. When the busyness of earlier life has slowed, when the responsibilities of raising children or climbing careers have lessened, you are now able to hear me more clearly. These years are not a falling off. They are a deepening. I have not stopped using you. You may not stand on stages or run with youthful energy, but you have something they do not: a heart seasoned by decades of walking with me. And that is power. I still use your prayers. I still use your compassion. I still stir your spirit to speak truth when needed. You may not know this, but angels lean in when you whisper my name in the quiet of the morning. Your prayers echo through eternity. I am not ashamed of your weakness. I do not turn my face when your hands tremble or your memory falters. I do not value you less when your legs need assistance or your breath takes longer. These human struggles are not burdens to me. They are opportunities for you to lean into my strength. Remember my servant Moses? He was 80 when I called him to lead. Abraham was far older when I gave him the promise of a child. Sarah laughed at what seemed impossible, but I fulfilled my word. Age has never been a barrier for me. I do not see as the world sees. Where others see decline, I see destiny. Where others count you out, I count you in. When you feel alone in the stillness of the evening, when memories creep in like shadows and you wonder if your best days are behind you, let me speak clearly. They are not. Every day you wake up, I have purpose for you. Purpose is not always a grand task. It can be as holy as speaking kindness, as sacred as holding someone's hand, as powerful as simply being present. Your presence matters more than you know. You have wisdom to pass down. Not just facts or stories, but the deep knowing that only comes from living. Do not withhold your journey. Speak it. Share it. I have placed younger hearts around you who are desperate for the steady, calm voice of someone who has walked with me. They may not always ask for it, but they are watching you, learning from how you love, how you endure, how you pray. Let no one tell you your season has passed. My timing is not man's timing. I can still birth new dreams in older hearts. You may think it's too late for certain things, but with me, nothing is too late. Even now, I am doing a new thing in you. Can you not perceive it? Let me walk with you in this chapter. Let me sit with you as you rest. Let me speak to you as you rock in your chair, or wait in a doctor's office, or hold a grandchild's photo in your hand. I am closer now than ever before. You may not feel me the same way, but I am here. I dwell not only in the loud revivals and bright lights, but in the hushed morning moments and the soft breathing of nights. I am your constant. You are still precious to me, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. You are mine, and I do not forsake what belongs to me. So rise each day not with the pressure to prove anything, but with the quiet assurance that your very breath is a testimony. You are walking proof of my goodness, my patience, my promises fulfilled over time. Let the world rush by if it must. But you, walk with me, slowly, closely, joyfully. I am not done with you yet. And when the time comes, whenever it may be, to leave this earthly home, know that I will be the one holding your hand. You will not walk alone into eternity. I will carry you, just as I have all your life. Until that day, live, laugh, pray, teach, be still. Let me love you in every breath. You are still precious to me, always. My dear child, there is something you must understand with all the certainty your heart can hold. I am not afraid of your doubts. I am not shaken by your questions. Even when your faith wavers like a flickering candle in the wind, I remain steady. I do not pull away from you when you are unsure. In fact, I come closer. You have walked with me for many years. Some of you have prayed for things you never saw answered the way you hoped. You've buried people you loved deeply. You faced sickness, disappointment, and silent seasons where I seemed far away. I know what weighs on your heart. I have heard the whisper of why that slips from your lips late at night. I have seen the tears that no one else sees. But hear me now. Your shaky faith has not disqualified you from my love. Faith, my child, is not proven in the moments of loud worship or confident declarations. It is proven in the quiet persistence of those who continue to reach for me, even when they do not understand me. You may think your faith has grown weak, but even your continued wondering, your continued longing to believe, is proof that you have not given up. I never asked you to be perfect. I never demanded unwavering strength. What I asked was trust that can grow, even in seasons of confusion. And trust, my beloved, does not come all at once. It builds through years, through trials, through the smallest yes whispered through tears. You remember Peter, don't you? He walked with me, laughed with me, ate with me, and yet, in his moment of fear, he denied me. 3 times. But I did not abandon him. I restored him. I called him back into purpose. I do the same with you. One moment of doubt cannot undo a lifetime of walking with me. Do not be ashamed when your faith trembles. I knew every valley you would walk through. I knew that life would wear down your strength at times. I knew that watching loved ones suffer, facing your own frailty, enduring loss after loss, it would stretch your belief. But I am not a stranger to pain. I am the man of sorrows, acquainted with grief. I am with you in the darkness, not waiting for you to climb out of it, but sitting with you until light breaks through again. You may think, but I don't feel you like I used to. And I tell you this in love. I have not changed. Your feelings are not the measure of my presence. I am not more present when your heart is overflowing with joy, nor less present when it is heavy with fear. I am constant. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I do not abandon those who belong to me. Perhaps you once felt a fire in your spirit, and now it feels like only embers remain. Let me remind you, embers can still ignite. I do not despise small beginnings, nor do I dismiss the slow warmth of a rekindling faith. Even a mustard seed, so small it can be lost between your fingers, is enough for me to move mountains in your life. You do not need to pretend before me. I see your heart anyway. Be honest with me. Tell me what confuses you. Speak your fears aloud. Do not be afraid to say, I don't understand. I already know, and I am not disappointed in you. I am near to the brokenhearted. I rescue those crushed in spirit. That includes you. Let me remind you of something sacred. I am not only your God when you are strong. I am your God when you are weak. I do not love you more when your faith is bold, nor less when it is bruised. My love for you is not earned. It is given eternally without condition. In these years, as your earthly journey lengthens and eternity draws nearer, you may find yourself reflecting more deeply. Some memories bring peace. Others bring regret. You may ask, did I do enough? Or did I believe strongly enough? And to this I say, I am the one who carries you now. Your salvation was never dependent on your perfect faith, but on my perfect grace. Let me lift that burden from you. You do not need to carry the weight of past mistakes or lingering questions. You are forgiven. You are mine. And even in your weakest faith, I am still strong for you. When your prayers feel dry, know that I still receive them. When worship feels hollow, I still hear your voice. When reading my word seems heavy or hard, I am still speaking through it. I see your effort. I see your heart. And I call it beautiful. You are not a failure because you struggle. You are human, and I made you. I know the limits of your body, the fears of your mind, and the heaviness of your heart. But I also know what is eternal within you. The part of you that longs for me, that is where my spirit dwells, and that part is still alive, still reaching, still holy. So let us walk together, even if your steps are slow. Let us talk, even if your words are hesitant. Let me hold your heart, even if it's trembling. You are not disqualified. You are not disapproved. You are still loved, deeply, endlessly, fiercely. Even when your faith shakes, my love stands firm. Even when you question, my promises remain. Even when your eyes grow dim, I am still light. Even when your heart is tired, I am still your strength. You are still mine, and I am still yours. My beloved child, I know you have questions about tomorrow. I know the path ahead feels uncertain, even frightening at times. You may wonder how many days you have left, what kind of strength you'll wake up with, or whether your mind and body will hold steady. But listen carefully. Fog to you is not fog to me. What seems hidden and unclear to your eyes is fully visible to mine. I have not lost sight of you, and I have not stopped leading. You have come a long way. You've seen many seasons, each one shaping you into the person you are now. You've walked through celebration and grief, gain and loss, laughter and tears. And now, in this season where time feels shorter and the pace has slowed, you may ask, what's next, Lord? My answer to you is not a detailed roadmap, but a simple invitation. Trust me, one step at a time. I never asked you to know the full journey. I only asked you to follow. And I know that gets harder when the signs aren't as clear, when the familiar fades, and when you face more endings than beginnings. But child, do not think that endings mean I am finished with you. I am the author and the finisher of your faith, and I write in chapters, not conclusions. There is still purpose for you here. I know you can't see all of it yet, but purpose is not always seen in advance. Sometimes it reveals itself in hindsight, in the quiet moments of obedience, in the simple decision to rise each day, in the gentle care you offer others, even through your own pain. You may not be climbing mountains anymore, but you are still climbing toward me, and that matters more than you realize. You may feel like your days are narrowing, that the unknown looms closer. But what is unknown to you is known to me. I have walked the road ahead already. I stand in your tomorrow, just as I stood in your past. And I tell you with certainty, there is nothing on the road ahead that can separate you from my love. I see the concerns that lie heavy on your heart, the what-ifs that come late at night. What if your health fails more quickly than you hoped? What if your mind starts to slip? What if you become more dependent on others? I hear it all. And here is my promise. I will not leave you in your weakness. I will be your helper, your peace, your daily strength. Do not confuse the slowing of your body with the slowing of my hand. I am still working. I am still weaving the threads of your life into a greater story. And even now I use your life to teach, to comfort, to shine light in places others cannot reach. You carry the kind of faith that can only come from a lifetime of knowing me. That kind of faith, even when quiet, echoes louder than you think. And yes, the fog may feel thick some days. Decisions may be harder to make. Memories may come slower. People may come and go. But I remain. I do not drift with time or fade with age. I remain your constant. I remain your shepherd. And I will walk with you every step forward, no matter how unclear the path may seem. When Moses led my people through the wilderness, they had no map. They followed a cloud by day and a fire by night. I was that cloud. I was that fire. They did not need to know the destination because I was their guide. And I am still guiding you now, not through desert sands, but through the complexity of aging, through the vulnerability of these later years, through the questions you still carry. I know you long for clarity, but I often lead through faith, not sight. I know you want answers, but sometimes what you need is my presence more than explanations. You may not understand why certain things have happened, or why some prayers went unanswered, or why this path feels lonelier than expected. But you can be sure of this. Not one step has been wasted. I am still leading, even when the fog rolls in and obscures the next bend in the road. I am still guiding, even when you feel unsure of yourself. I am still directing your days, numbering each one with care, and preparing you for the eternal day that will never end. Do not be afraid of what's ahead. Eternity is not something to dread. It is your home. And as you draw closer to that home, I will be with you, giving you peace that surpasses understanding. I will be with you when your legs grow tired. I will be with you when your breath shortens. I will be with you when your eyes close in sleep, and I will be the first face you see when they open again in glory. So take my hand again, like you have so many times before. Let the fog rest where it is. You don't need to clear it. You only need to trust that I am on the other side of it. And even in the middle of it, I am holding you close. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are not wandering. You are still being led. So walk forward, slowly if you must, but confidently. Not because you see the way clearly, but because you know the one who walks before you. The road may be foggy, but I am still leading you. My beloved, you've seen me move in mighty ways. You've heard stories of miracles, of burning bushes and parting seas, of bodies healed and lives changed in an instant. And yes, I have moved like that, powerfully, visibly, undeniably. But you must understand something sacred now. My faithfulness is not only revealed in grand displays, it is revealed, perhaps even more deeply, in the quiet moments you thought went unnoticed. There is something holy about the stillness of this season in your life. The world may move quickly around you, voices loud, schedules full, days rushing by like wind. But you, who have walked so far, you know the value of silence. You have learned to sit with me in a way that younger hearts often do not understand. In this stillness, I draw near. In this quiet, my faithfulness speaks. You may think I've been silent, that I've stopped moving, that my hand has lifted. But look again. Have you not lived to see decades of my provision? Have you not survived things you thought would break you? Have you not made it through losses, illnesses, and disappointments that once made you question if you could go on? I was there. When the job was lost and you didn't know how you'd get through, I was there. When the diagnosis came and fear crept in, I was there. When someone you loved was taken and your heart shattered in silence, I was there. Not just in the miracle moments, not just in the breakthroughs. I was there in the daily quiet faithfulness, holding you, steadying you, providing just enough, speaking softly when the world screamed loud. Every breath you've taken was a thread in the tapestry of my love. Every tear I caught, Every sigh I heard. Every moment you wondered if I still cared. I was proving I did by staying close, even when you couldn't feel it. You've prayed prayers no one else heard. I heard every one. You've wept behind closed doors. I was there every time. You've whispered my name with trembling lips in the middle of long, lonely nights. I was listening. My child, my faithfulness is not proved by thunder, but by presence. Remember how I sent manna in the wilderness? It wasn't a feast. It wasn't flashy. It was quiet, daily, just enough. They didn't shout with excitement. They gathered it faithfully. And still I called that miracle. My daily provision. My daily love. I still work that way with you. When you open your eyes each morning, I am proving my faithfulness. When your heart keeps beating, even through grief and weariness, I am showing that I still have you. When a grandchild calls, when a friend stops by, when the sun shines through your window, these are not small things. These are holy whispers from me to you. I am still here. Do not overlook the simple moments. They are often the most divine. When you sit in your chair with a warm cup in hand, and peace settles in your heart without explanation, that is me. When someone suddenly comes to your mind, and you offer a prayer for them without knowing why, that is my spirit moving through you. When the wind rustles the trees outside your home and something inside you remembers my strength, that is my love reminding you I have not changed. You do not need fireworks to prove my presence. You only need to look at the way I have carried you all these years. The moments you were at your weakest, yet somehow made it through, that was not chance. That was not luck. That was me. Carrying you. Every step. And now as your days quiet down, do not mistake stillness for absence. Many of my greatest works happen in the still. Seeds grow in silence. Healing takes place slowly. Wisdom matures without noise. I have not stopped working in your life. In fact, I may be doing some of my deepest work right now, in the slowing down, in the reflection, in the conversations you never thought would happen, in the wounds that are finally closing after years. Let me speak to your heart plainly. You have not been forgotten. You are not on the sidelines of my kingdom. You are not past your usefulness. You are in the center of my attention. You are the keeper of stories, the vessel of endurance, the witness of my sustaining grace. I entrust these years to you not as a burden, but as a final powerful testimony of my faithfulness. Speak of me when you can. Tell the stories of how I came through for you. Tell of the days when you thought you'd be crushed, but were instead upheld. That is what the younger ones need. They do not need polished words or perfect theology. They need your lived testimony, your honesty, your journey, your faith that endured. Even when you weren't sure I was listening, I was already answering. And one day, when you are finally done walking this earthly path, and you take your last breath in this world, I will be right there. I will take your hand in mine. And then you will see, with perfect clarity, just how faithful I truly was. You'll see how I never left. You'll see how every quiet moment mattered. You'll see that the soft, daily rhythm of my love was your greatest miracle. So rest now, not in uncertainty, but in peace. The same God who walked with you through valleys and mountaintops is the one holding you even now. You have made it this far not by your strength, but by mine, and I will carry you all the way home. My faithfulness has not ended. It surrounds you still, in every breath, in every memory, in every quiet moment. I have always been here, and I always will be.